This is on maybe, but it's
That would work too, yeah. Actually,
let's just do that. That's easy.
and we're live now.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, all right. Cool. Well, friends, let's go.
I'll see you.
Sounds good. Thanks. Time 14. We're doing the 6 snare drum things first. There's 6 drum things.
All righty. Well, folks, thanks so much for coming out to the Percussion Ensemble final concert today. I'll introduce the members of the ensemble in a little bit. I found out about 5 minutes ago that one of them is unfortunately sick, so I'm going to step in and cover that person's parts, and that way we get to hear all the parts that we should hear today. We're going to be playing a number of different pieces in different styles for you, using some drums, using some mallet instruments. Our first selection is entitled Time for Two. If you've ever played music, read music, you probably know that numbers are very, very important to musicians, and this title applies to how many beats are in each measure. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 2. So we hope you enjoy this. It's Time for Two. All right, thank you very much. As you can tell already, even from that first piece, there are a number of different sounds that you can make on any given percussion instrument, and as percussionists, we're always looking for new ways to find sounds and make sounds on these instruments. In that last piece, you heard us playing in the center of these drums, as well as on the rim of these drums. Our next piece is entitled Text Message. I did a little digging into why it might be entitled Text Message, and it turns out the pattern that you'll hear at the very beginning is the very old, for those of you that may have had a phone back when cell phones were new, is the text message sound back from the early 80s and 90s when cell phones first came around. And I didn't know that until I looked into it. So I hope you enjoy. This is Text Message. Alrighty. I'm going to take a second and introduce our three members of the ensemble and our one that unfortunately couldn't be with us today. So starting from your left, going to your right, we have Mila, Annabelle, and Zach. Let's give them a round of applause. Really, really glad to have so many great students this year. We've gotten together most of the Tuesdays after school to learn these tunes that you're hearing now. So we hope you're enjoying it so far. Our next piece is entitled The Chase. If you came to our spring concert, you might have heard us perform The Chase. This piece is called The Chase because, as you'll hear, the two parts quite literally chase after one another. One person plays something, then another person repeats the same thing. So we hope you enjoy. This is The Chase. Alrighty, thanks so much. I'm going to introduce our fourth absent person who I'm standing in for at the moment. Let's give a round of applause for Luke St. Joseph, who might be watching at home. And we're sorry you're not feeling so well, but we miss you. Hopefully you come back for another one. Our next piece is entitled Blue and Blue, specifically drawn from the blues style of music. You'll hear a lot of triplets, or as we call them in middle school, do-da-dees. As well as a little bit of trading back and forth between the different groups. We hope you enjoy Blue and Blue. Alrighty. Our next selection is entitled Autumn Drop. This was another one that I went, I wonder why they called it that. Autumn Drop is a reference to what we call our stroke rolls, our single or double stroke rolls, for those of us that are in percussions in the audience. A lot of what we do on percussion is determined by how many times our sticks hit whatever we're playing. Sometimes they hit once, sometimes they hit twice, sometimes we even hit 3 times with one wrist motion. So in this piece, you'll see an awful lot of what we call double strokes, 2 hits for 1 wrist movement. This is Autumn Drop. Alrighty, we've got one more on these instruments for you, and then we'll be migrating to the other set of instruments you see behind us. Our last selection on these drums is called 3-on-4. You heard me mention already percussionists love numbers and musicians love numbers. These two are a reference to 3 beats in each measure. Quarter note gets the beat, as we say in band pretty much every day. So 3 beats per measure, quarter note gets the beat, 3-on-4. We hope you enjoy. Alrighty. So another thing that's very common for percussionists is we play more than one instrument. A lot of instrumentalists, they learn flute, they learn trumpet, and that's all they learn. As percussionists, at least in the middle school, we learn some drums, we learn some xylophones and other mallet instruments, we learn what we call auxiliary instruments, things like triangle and cymbals. Our next piece is on these mallet instruments, and this is an arrangement of Edelweiss from The Sound of Music. At the conclusion of this piece, we hope that you'll hang with us for a couple minutes. We have a couple treats up front and a reception. If you didn't get a program and would like to take a program home, there are programs front and center. Feel free to grab one. And of course, if you'd like some pictures, these will be up here. Feel free to take some pictures after we finish. We hope you enjoy. This is Edelweiss.
Ready? We go 1, 2, 3. 1, ready, go. Folks, thank you so much for coming out, whether you're live and in person or back on cyberspace watching us. Really appreciate it. You can give us just a couple moments to reset the stage a little bit and clean it up. And then please come hang with us. Please grab some treats. We hope you enjoy, and thanks so much. All these things go behind the red curtain, then we shut the red curtain. Okay? Let's try, guys.